Hello, hello, everybody. I think I am live. Hello, Zen Friends. Welcome to a special Sunday afternoon session where I do come on to finish out all the readings from this morning session. You'll notice there's no chat. I'm not taking any new questions. I'm just finishing up the ones in the morning. I will be back next Friday for free readings. So if you're interested, I'll be back. I'm on Friday and Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Time and Saturday and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you'd like to join me then. Also, I do offer personal readings. All the links are just in the description box, the video down below. Also, I have a YouTube memberships. We get together on Thursday nights for several hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes four, for free readings, endless free readings or unlimited, I guess is a good way. Oracle readings, past life readings, all sorts of fun stuff. Also, we usually get together with the Praying Mantis level. I have two levels. Zen Cricket's $2.99 a month. Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. We get both groups together on Thursday night, Friday and Saturday night, and Sunday after my sessions. We get together with Praying Mantis as well. So there's a link down below if you're interested in that too. I am going to post a comment and pin it when I'm done with everyone's name and with the timestamp so you can find your reading faster that way. And then also in the description box of the video right now, I do have the order in which the readings are completed if you want to follow along and kind of see where you're going to be at there too. So we'll be doing that. Let's see what else. I think that's everything. Blah 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 blah. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to add into that. I don't think if I think of something else, I'll let you know. All right, so we're gonna start off here. First up, we do have NY. So NY, and I know you had thought that I had skipped you in the previous one, but you were getting close. I bounce back and forth between the chat, and then I also have people that make donations via PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, etc. And so I go by timestamp. So they had one that was right in between you. So thank you for your patience, and thank you for everyone for your patience in getting to your readings. I appreciate that, and thank you so much for your donation. And let's bring that up here, and we will dive in. So NY, you want to know if you apply for a position with AZ, will you get hired? All right. So we'll look at here based on current energies. All right. Boom. All right. And I want this one too. Anything else? And I want these as well. We'll see what else they want you to know here. Additional information. All right. So bottom of the deck, you do have the Justice card, which is a balancing out of thought and belief and mindset. You also have the first card that came out is the 10 of Wands, which is a lot of energy being invested. And there is this kind of balance that comes in here. We'll see what these other cards are here too. But the energy that comes in with that is like, what are we doing with our energy? How are we focusing it? Feels like you're investing a lot and maybe energy towards wanting this position. And that's good, but there is this balancing energy of becoming aware of why you want it with the Justice card. Look to seeing things from a higher perspective. The mind, sometimes when it's in lower vibration, it wants something out of a supposed to, a should be, an expectation, right? Well, I need a position that has a lot of money or has this or does this. This is what I should do. But the heart might be like, no, I want this other thing too. So the 10 of Wands is about just being aware of why you're investing energy, the why behind why you want to do that, understanding it. There's no right or wrong, but it's understanding it can help with the energy and moving towards that. Because you can also, instead of having that energy of want and need of the position, you can focus in on gratitude about what you love in any current position you're in or any previous job you had. What have I loved about all those other jobs? What have I loved about these things? And gratitude for that allows jobs that match those things that you love, that you're having gratitude for, allows it to come in, right? And whereas if we're wanting and needing, that's like not having energy, that'll push things away from us. So I feel like that's kind of just awareness kind of going into it. We'll find out more here. I know we want to know, well, but if I apply, will I get it? That's just kind of like an underlying energy to understand because that does influence if we'll get it, how soon we'll get it, etc. All right, now let's look in deeper. All right. So we got the Four of Wands. This is joy, celebration. So we like that. That's a positive card towards getting into position. 10 of Cups, another joy and celebration card. So I do feel here, if you are aware of those things we talked about in the beginning, this does look very favorable. Let's see what these things under the surface are here, too. You got the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. Kind of felt like that's where they were leading to, right? That there might be two types of jobs. This one, but there might be another opportunity for you that's here too below the surface, something that's maybe more in alignment with your heart, right? Maybe something that is your joy. You do have the World card, which is a ending of a cycle, beginning of a new adventure. And it is a victory card. The wreath is like a victory, achieving something. So again, I feel like if you apply for this job, that you'll get it. Based on mind, why am I wanting this, and focusing on my energy, that helps you get the position. But there might be a secondary one too, right? Knight of Swords. I like this movement of thought and belief and mindset, gaining clarity around things. What is the job about? What does it entail? Um, Investigate, seek on the internet. Anyone have any bad experiences there? Sometimes employees will put things out, but you always have to understand, because I know, like when I worked for a company, people used to diss the company, and I'm like, but you got fired for cheating the system and lying and blah blah blah, and you're saying bad company because, oh, because we had standards, so you always have to take it with a grain of salt, right? Um, but there's also here two more cards. Let's see what this is. 10 of Swords. Yeah, all these tens. You definitely have an endings and beginning energy here with three tens, and then the World card too. It's the last card in the major arcana. So it's this ending and beginning energy. The 10 of Swords is about letting go of like expectations, the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, where we're kind of returning back to the message of whatever I focus on grows. So if I'm like, I need this, that's what pushes it away. But if I let it go and I'm like, creator, um, I this is a position I'd like, but also I'd like a position that has all these things I love. And I feel like that's why a second kind of job comes your way, which I feel like AZ is good, but I feel like there's something that's even better for you with this energy. Um, and the star, yeah, something more like a dream come true. 17, the star card is like, it's usually that star up in the sky. It is like a wish come true, a dream come true, something more in alignment with our heart, right? Because we have these desires of our heart, and then our brain kind of overrules it when we're younger, going, no, 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 you need to have something more this, more that, that fits into these expectations that we're all taught growing up, the kind of work I should be in, and that. So if there's something more in alignment with your heart that you're like, oh, what I'd love to do is this, look into it. What's stopping you from wanting to do that? What courageous action do you need to step forward to head towards that, right? Because I feel like you're being nudged. What are we waiting for to live our dreams, right? I know when COVID, I mean, I'll call it the plague hit back in 2020, that's when I left corporate life, because I was like, what am I waiting for to live my dream to die? And so it was a big eye opener for me. So let's see here. What's your fortune cookies? You have Spiritual Awakening 1001. And this says a new phase in a religious or a spiritual quest. You're going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel like the dark night of the soul, but you're on the path to enlightenment, and this too shall pass. That's good, right? Let's see what your other card is here. Yeah, the Destroyer. Interesting. And this asks you, What needs to be burned to the ground to make space for something new? Here's that ending and beginning energy. So if you have a job and you're like, it's going away, or a job went away and that's why you're looking for a new one, either case, this is designed for you. You're ready for this ending and beginning that was throughout the reading there. And even 1001, that's the beginning. You reached 1,000, you're ready to start a new level and go to a new way. And feel like this spiritual awakening that you've been going through is being reflected into this path of you wanting a new position, going into this new path. But just consider if that resonates. Like, is there something more in alignment with my heart? We have things that our mind wants to take us to, but if we have our heart and our mind come together, is there something else? So I like that for you, NY. That is what they have for you. Exciting. So many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. All right. And then Maria P. Maria P. Get your timestamp here. All right. So, Maria, you do have a donation. And this is your second donation. Thank you for that. And then you also had your free reading. So, I will add your free reading, as I normally do, onto the end of your donation. That way you don't have to go click on another link. It'll just follow right afterwards. So thank you for your additional donation and question today. So let's take a look here. So you believe that HR decided to remove the cabinet that was blocking you. Uh-oh. Taking away your protected shield and keep the coworkers around me. Keep the coworkers around you. Oh, from hiding and gossiping and creating drama. All right. So the others were upset, but I was happy because no one can be bullying you. Ah, I love that. So HR's thoughts on that and anything else that you need to know around that. All right. I like it. All out in the open. You can run, but you can't hide. All right. Let's take a look here. So what does HR think of this? And then what else do they want you to know here? I feel like this one, this one, this one, and this one. All right. Yeah, I like that. On the bottom of the deck, you do have the World card, which is about a significant ending and new beginning in your work life there too. So it is like a fresh start, a reboot kind of energy that comes in there. And so this is good. This is an ending, this freshness kind of energy around it. What does HR think about this? Knight of Wands. Yeah, they are the ones that took action. Fastest moving horse. Boom, boom, boom. This is what we can do to help resolve this. King of Wands. Yeah, both the Knight and the King of Wands. It's them stepping up, taking control, and taking action. They're like, all right, we're putting an end to this shenanigans. So that is part of that. Even on the bottom of the deck under the World card, you have the Five of Wands, which is resolution of conflict, and the Sun card, bringing everything out into the light. So that totally makes sense. Even the Page of Wands, which is about action. Wow, and under that, the Fool card, which is the first card in the Major Arcana, which is that restart. So all of this energy really does support that it was HR that supported and took action and go, yeah, this is what let's take away all the hiding places, and then everyone's out in the open. So supervisors, everyone, there's nowhere that this can happen, and I like that. So that's their thoughts on that. And then anything else you need to know. Knight of Swords. Yep, here's that movement of communication. So again, I feel like they're going to be talking this over this next week. 10 of Wands. So I feel like they're going to talk to you and share with you the actions they took with all of this, and a little bit of like where to invest your energy, right? The 10 of Wands is what is important to us. And even if you didn't hear the beginning of this morning session, when I read from the book Let Them by Mel Robbins, I read a little blurb from it, and I feel like that would help if you didn't do it. It's about people want to do that, let them. People want to do this, let them. I can't control that. I'm not going to invest my energy in that. And that's what this 10 of Wands is I get my energy back when I stop worrying about other people's opinions, other people's actions, other people's moods. None of mine. I get to focus in here, right? And then below the surface, they want you to know, yeah, the conflict that's there, understanding what that conflict is. When we have conflict with others in the outside world, it's all pointing back. The conflict starts in here. I can't have conflict in the outside world if I don't have conflict on the inside. If I'm free of conflict, I have no conflicts, right? So I feel like that's an important thing to know. Yeah, the Seven of Wands. Don't shrink. Don't dim your light. Don't ask permission to shine. The Seven of Wands is about being like that sun. Just be you. Don't feel like I have to change and be someone else now. And I do feel like this goes back to like finding somewhere else where you don't have to feel like you have to dim your light, that you can shine bright and be you. Um, so I feel like there's this energy here about seeking somewhere else to work. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, Ace of Swords. New communication, new clarity. Again, I feel like that's this movement energy. And the Knight of Pentacles. This is about this quest of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. I just feel all that energy underneath is like, just realize that even though this was resolution, that yeah, like the other, you can run, but you can't hide. It's um that piece will be resolved, but then the next piece will come up. The next piece will come up because these things are happening for you to kind of let it be uncomfortable for you to stay there because it's not meant for you anymore. There's something more in alignment with who you are waiting for you in the outside world. All right. So let's see what your fortune cookie is here. Oop, what else about this work? Okay, that here. Ooh, that was loud. Sorry. And then, whoa, all right. And this must be it. So you got 0404. Slow down. And this says pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Wow. Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. There you go. And then you got the sidekick. I like it. Who is waiting to help you here? What must shift in you in order to receive this help? Right? I feel like spirit wants to help you find this new position, help guide you to something that's more in alignment with your heart. So what does it require to be able to be willing to receive this, right? What fears, what things need to be looked at, right? So I like that for you, Maria. And that's what they have for that. And then your free reading is a general for you for this week. So let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about this week here? Okay, that one and this one. So what do they want you to know about this week? Yeah. So you have the strength card here, that Leo energy about, again, shining bright and being yourself and knowing you have the strength. And the Five of Pentacles is facing that energy of feelings of lack, of not being enough, not having enough, not being good enough, and really remembering who you really are. You know, the Leo energy, the sun, they even have the sun up there on the mountain up here, the sun way up here. And that is that energy again of being somewhere, going somewhere where you can be true to that authentic self and allow yourself to shine bright and to come forward, not feeling like, well, I don't want to stand out because when I do, I have bullies who you know, put me in their target. I want to go somewhere where I feel supported and where I can be me. And I feel like that's the big energy that's coming in here is the strength to step forward in your worth and realize you are more than enough. You are worthy to have that. So hopefully that helps. That is what they have coming in there for you, Maria. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Faith and Focus. Let's grab your timestamp there. Thank you for your donation for your two questions. So Let's take a look here. So, number one is, should you continue trying to manifest the money for your Italy trip? Ooh, how exciting. Italians, right? The trip is scheduled for less than a month away and you can't keep stalling with the payment. Okay. And then number two is, what's going on with mech, love and career? All right. So let's take a look here. So, and there's no shoulds, of course, with spirit. It's like, is it in your highest? You know, if you continue trying to manifest for the mining Italy trip, what's the result? And any advice they have around that, around there for you. So, okay, they do it. Oops, they went down there first, though. All right. And then around what is going on. Was that you? Or is it me? Or is it Mech? You have MEK, but I feel like it's you, right? You want to know about around you with love and career? Well, Spirit knows. So we'll pull in here and find out what they want to know about love and career. I don't need to know. I'm just the messenger. I'm just the radio. They're the radio station. All right. And these two down here. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So, if you're saving for this trip, what is the result here? Well, I feel like you do have the ability here. You have the Emperor energy, which is Aries energy, and the Chariot. And the Chariot is this the power of choice. It's victory and movement. The Emperor is Aries, powerful manifestation energy too. But the Emperor is like, I have to decide. Yes, this is what I want. I want to go forward. And then you put all the energy into it. And the Chariot, of course, is the power of choice. So both of these combined is telling us here, when we're talking about manifesting, there's a difference of how we go about it, right? Some amazing things come through readings, which I never knew this kind of energy. This is how manifestation works, but it's like when I'm focusing on, I want this trip. I need to go on this trip. I fear I won't get on this trip. All of that is lower vibrational energy, right? That actually pushes it away. Even that want and need energy. Now we can ask spirit, once, I'd really like to go on this Italy trip, and then we'll talk about the energy that you would do after that. But if we're like focusing on, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, thinking that's going to manifest it, what we've learned is that actually pushes it away because that's not having energy. I need and I want when I don't have, right? So the more I focus on not having, I get more not having. But if I'm like, all right, creator, you know what I would like? Italy trip. Yum, yum, yum. Right? Beautiful country, beautiful people, beautiful, yummy food. What an adventure, right? So I really like this. And then we start thinking of all the things that I am grateful for in my life that I have right now, have energy, right? What do I have that I'm grateful for now? What kind of trips have had in the past that I've really loved? I really loved this about that trip. I really love this about that trip, and this and this and this about that trip and that vacation, or this thing that I did, or I love this about Italy. This is why I want to go. I love this. I'm grateful. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. That is what switches the energy to opening up the floodgates and bringing those things to us, right? So, it is very possible for this, and this is what spirit is saying. Yeah, you can still go for this, but change maybe the energy on the approach with it. Maybe that's what you've been doing all along, but it's like this, it's definitely this decision making energy of like, am I going to go or not? It's like, no, I'm going. I'm going to picture me on the plane and seeing Italy. And what does that feel like? And getting all of your energy towards this gratitude toward it all, right? Let's see what's below the surface here, too. 3 cards below the surface. Yep, Queen of Wands. Stepping into your energy, baby. And the Queen of Wands holds that magic wand and goes, this is what I'm focusing on, right? You've got the 10 of Swords. Yeah, that's the letting go of expectations. Well, this is how it has to happen and supposed to be, should be. Those are expectations or small t truths rooted in fear. And it's like, you know what? I'm going for it. What am I waiting for to live? Am I going to be tight for a little bit? Well, yeah. Um, don't be afraid to do other things too. Do you have birthdays and Christmases, whatever, and you go, "Hey, family, I wanna go on this trip, and if you guys want to donate toward it, you can donate it as my birthday and Christmas present, and I'll love you to death for it," you know? You could always do something like that too, right? And you have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, here's all the taking, the action, action, action. So I feel like it's very supported here, but it's don't be afraid to ask for things of other people, but don't limit it either. Going, oh well, no, it needs to be this way. Go, you know, what, Creator, I'm giving it to you. This is what I would love. You're going to bring it in the perfect way and the perfect timing and everything. But it's like this is when I'd like to go. This ticket and stuff, and any way you want to bring it to me, I'm open. That's that Ten of Swords, open wide up, right? So I like that for you. So that's what they have for that. Faith and Focus. I love that for you. And then question 2 is what's going on with love. So love, yeah, we have some fears here with the Nine of Swords, expectations, supposed to be, should be's, Three of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Yeah. So I feel like here with love, there's just a little bit of alteration here to help love come towards you. They're all about advice today, right? But the Nine of Swords with this Three of Cups is a fear of being cheated on, the fear of betrayal. So I don't know if you've had that happen to you before, or even if you grew up with it and I had this underlying fear. I know for me, like um, my mom was cheated on in between my brother and me. I'm the younger, so in between my older brother and me. And so when I was in the womb, I feel like from the womb forward, there was this fear because my mom had this fear of being cheated on again, not being enough. And so all of in the womb and as I grew up, I felt that from her, picking it up from her. And so I had this fear that when I find someone that same thing's going to happen to me. I don't want cheaters. I don't want cheaters. I don't want cheaters was my mentality. And what happens when I focus my energy on don't want cheaters? Cheaters, come here. Number 1, I don't think number 2 did, but number 3, number 4, because my energy was like, this is what I want, because that's what my energy was focusing on. And so I feel like there's this change if I realize, "Oh, wow, didn't realize that was in there." This belief that's bubbling and running on autopilot is drawing things to me. So when I resolve that fear, then I didn't draw that in anymore, didn't have that fear anymore. And so this 5 of Cups is the transformation of emotion. And if it did happen to you, it's the release of that and realizing, "Thank you, teacher, showing me what I wanted to see about myself." Something just as a side note that this might help too is I realized when doing my shadow work and reflecting on all that, learning that, oh, this is why I drew it in, but also that these mirrors were being drawn in to show me how I was cheating on myself. I know what? Well, and that's what I said at first. They're like, "What? So what did you learn about these mirrors?" Them, when people cheat on you, this is about you cheating. And I'm like, I was faithful 100% every single time. They're like, all right, but if this is about you cheating on someone, consider how are you cheating on your higher self? And I'm like, "Ruh?" Like Scooby Doo. "Ruh?" Um, Now, like if your self worth comes from self, but you are looking for your worth from these other people, your definition of your worth, then I'm like, you're saying I was cheating on myself with them because I was looking for my worth out there. And I sat with that and I was like, wow. And it just resonated with me. So if that helps any, there you go. So I do feel like if there is this fear being cheated on, fear of a third party getting involved, that type of thing, that this helps clear that and that lower vibrational energy that's holding love back and holding love away and bringing in lower vibrational relationships instead of the higher. This will help do that and bring that in, right? And then career. You have the Seven of Cups and the King of Swords. Yeah, there's this kind of this little bit of battle going on between your heart and your head. So the heart has these like 7 different things like, I would love to do that. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. And then the King of Swords, the master of thinking is like, no, here's the list. This is what our mind says you should do, you're supposed to do, you need to do, you have to do, you must do. And I feel like career, it's like it might feel like there's this stagnancy with it because your heart is like, well, that's existing. The mind wants us to exist. I want us to live. And so there's this clarity that's coming in. Let's see what's below the surface here. Yeah, the 7 of Swords. Becoming aware of our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that make us feel betrayed, that steal from us, that don't allow us that life. It keeps us restricted, right? Um, and then the Page of Pentacles, and that opens up a new opportunity in the outside world. It can bring in abundance, but definitely a new opportunity regarding career. But I feel like it's more following your heart and getting out of your head with it, because we do have all that, our mind wants us to do all this stuff. I know we don't want to be irresponsible. It's be responsible. You need to do this and this and this. No fun for you. Work first. But it's like, when we follow our heart, our mind will support us and support our heart in going in those directions to help us live life instead of existing. You're living someone else's dream, the dream of the mind, of opinion, when we wake up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. When you're following the dream of your heart, you wake up and you're like, you wake up early, you don't hit the snooze alarm, you're ready to get up and go and excited for what the day may bring. So I love that for you. All right, let's see what else they have here for you. Your fortune cookies. Okay, nope, not those. All right, fine. All right, here you go. Topic card. What's your message, though? Okay, this one here. So you have belief system 0110. And that one says, you're blessed with talents and skills that make it easy for you to stand out from the crowd. Embrace what makes you different. That's your path to success. Your dreams will soon come true. Italy, love, career. I like that. The topic card here. Wow, look at that. Love, love, love. So let's take a look here. Maybe you find love in Italy. I don't know. Let's take a look. You got metamorphosis. Yeah, so there is this change that you're going through regarding love. You have changed. How? Or how? What needs to happen so you can accept those changes and thereby bring movement into this area of your life? What metamorphosis, like what expectations have you been letting go of and allowing yourself to flow with love instead of that it has to be certain ways and it has to be certain things too, right? Because that's those expectations we talked about. Anytime we have like a relationship is supposed to be this, right? These rules supposed to be this. It should bring you this. It should look like this. It should start this way. Should progress this way. They should look like this. This is who they should be, and this is who they should be in the relationship. And oh, and this is who I should be in the relationship and who I should be in life. And a lot of rules. It's just exhausting, and it's freeing ourselves. And again, celebrating who you are and allowing yourself to shine and releasing all these rules to allow the creator to bring it in the perfect way, in the perfect timing, with the perfect person, perfect situations too. So hopefully that helps, Faith and Focus. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. All right. Then we have Aries Rising. So Aries Rising, thank you for your additional donation. And sorry it took so late for you to have your follow-up regarding BD for today and tomorrow. How are they really doing deep below the surface? Absolutely. You're awestruck. You're so sweet. I love it. My journey for this year, one of my things I'm focused on is trying to even bring in more clearer messages. So I love that these are resonating deeply for you. Thank you for the confirmations. I appreciate those. So what's going on here with B and D for today and tomorrow? Okay. So I feel like those are the surface, but we want the deep below the surface. So let's dive into those. Okay. For today, we got those and those. And then for tomorrow, we got those. And then little extra side note here. So for today, we have the Chariot card. This is Cancer Moon energy behind the scenes with the Chariot. The Chariot is the card of power of choice. Want to make choices, want to make choices. But it's a victory and a movement feel. And so I kind of feel like more that they're in this making decisions and moving on decisions energy on the surface. And let's see what's below the surface here. We got the Six of Swords. Yeah. Getting on a boat. Six of Swords is an energy of leaving old ways of thinking behind, looking at things from a different perspective, moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. But with this change of mindset, it brings change in the outside world too. And making decisions, like mental decisions that are having action being taken into the outside world. Yeah, let's see what else is below the surface here. King of Pentacles, along with the Nine of Swords. Yeah. So the Nine of Swords is the nightmare and insomnia card, the trying to release from a lot of expectations, a feeling of disappointment, the feeling of, with that King of Pentacles in there, that's the feeling of loss around fullness and wholeness and my worth. And I do feel like there's this realization in whatever this is going on in their current relationship. I just feel like that's a lot of the energy that's here. That, what is that word? Sorry, I just had this flash that came through. It's not dehumanization, but it's demasculation. That's the word. Wow. Why they feel demasculated in their relationship. They have these fears. It's like, I don't know if they're like, whoever, if they're with, if they're like talking about, why can't you be a man, kind of phrase and things. And I don't even know if it's what's really said or done, but it's like, this is what the things that someone is saying, the things that someone is doing in this relationship that they're in. um they're like, I just feel like demasculated. I just feel like my worth is, like, I feel worthless. I feel like it's been being stripped away by the person's words. And like, and they get in a fight, the things that people say, you can't ever take it back. And I feel like there's echoes from the past too. And that's the whole thing, is we don't know that when we say something that goes out here, first of all, it goes out of our filter. So through our filter, it changes when it goes into the outside world. While it's in the outside world, as it goes over into the other person, it goes into their filter. And it's like speaking two foreign languages, and the little translator that you have interprets it all different than what you meant it. It misunderstood some words, and you just tell them to go screw themselves. And they're like, wow. And you said, no, I said, I love you. And it's like, whoosh. And it's like, that's where always the misunderstandings between humans come in, is the poor translation of words. But I do feel like that's what's going on with them today, is they're really realizing and facing a lot of the stuff and going, this is why I want to change things, because I can never do enough. I can't be enough. I'm a failure. I'm not being, you know, being someone. Um, so whether they're the masculine or the feminine, but I just feel like they're just feeling like my core of my worth is being stripped away in this relationship. And I feel like that's what's really bubbling below the surface, and that's a lot of this goal. Now, something just outside from a higher point of view is that no one is going to make them feel this way. We can't be made to feel anyway. This is our stories, our that choice card. The bigger meaning is I get to choose the stories I put to any situation. I get to choose the emotions I feel in any situation. I get to choose the energy I put in any situation. I get to choose the physical actions I put into any situation. It's not them making me feel this way. It's them doing something, me interpreting it and applying it this way in my life. And if I'm looking for happiness in the outside world, the King of Pentacles brings this in too. One of the big pieces of wisdom is that when I define myself by the outside world, by relationships, by situations like jobs, education, social status, blah, 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 um, things, my body, my bank account, my possessions, I feel unstable. I feel that my worth is being torn away because that worth in the outside world is super unstable, temporary, everything. It can't fill us up. People change, people walk away, people pass away. Unstable. Situations never stay the same. Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, whatever. Unstable, 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 unstable. So we eventually turn inward and upward after having enough unstable relationships and interactions with people and go, I just tired, so tired of this instability and letdowns and disappointments. And then we turn inward and upward and we're like, oh, wow, there's the only stable thing in this entire dimension, the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. And when we define ourselves by that, then the outside world changes from a place of lack and falling short to a place of, because we're filling up on the inside, we're filling up and overflowing. Anything else anyone gives us, anything else that happens from the outside world, above and beyond extra. Boom, there it is, right? So I feel like that's important to know in this whole situation that, yeah, they're feeling this way in this relationship and they think, oh, this relationship is going to solve it. Nope, wherever we go, there we are. It's just the monkey is on our shoulder. It's not going to leap off. It's connected to us. It's going to follow us into the next one too, and the next one, and the next one, until we realize and go, oh, ding, right? All right. Let's look at tomorrow. So, what's going on with them tomorrow? We've got the Five of Wands, drama, conflict, and Eight of Cups. Hmm. So this drama about and this desire to leave behind emotions and relationships that no longer serve. I don't feel like they're leaving tomorrow, but I do feel like there is this blow up, this fight. The birds are fighting. I like how they interpret it, and they have the fighting birds here. Quick, 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 quick. Like hissing cats. Right. Like my sound effects. But so there is like this, oh, okay, I see. But definitely this desire of, I want to leave this relationship and these emotions behind. I don't want to feel this anyway. That's the surface. Below the surface, let's look at these four cards. Yeah, the Leo Strength card, the Sun card. So both of these Leo energies, two Leo major arcana, a lot of fire, a lot of me, lower vibration Leo energy, which is not the higher expression of Leo, is leading by example. I'm the king of the jungle, but I'm gonna make the jungle a better place. Follow me, everybody. The king of the jungle on the lower vibration is listen to me. I'm in control. I want it. It's all about me. Do what I want you to do. So again, there's like this selfishness, this I don't care what's going on with you. This is what I want you to do energy that's flowing in here. And it's I want what I want kind of energy. Let's see what else we have here. Yep, the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Swords. Yeah. So both of these energies, I feel like with especially like the Five of Wands, I feel is that fire energy. The Eight of Cups is this other energy below the surface. And I feel like they're below the surface. It's like, yeah, I'm glad this happened. I'm glad that this drama is happening and we have these upsets and these fights because it just shows me I'm right that this I need to get out of this. It's for me, the Wheel of Fortune. It's for me to go and I feel like I'm seeing things from a different perspective. I'm seeing this is unhealthy that I'm in and I'm going to, I want to go to something healthier for me, which is good awareness, but again when we were talking about yeah, but you're leaping from one frying pan into another frying pan. Pts, um, so interesting energy there. And then this final card, let's see what this is about. The Nine of Wands. Yeah. The Nine of Wands is this energetic barrier that they feel that they've had here. And, you like the original tarot, right? It shows someone with a bandage around their head, having hit their head up against the wall over and over and over again. It's a perseverance card, but it's also when am I going to have enough? When have I had enough? When am I going to change? When is my energy going to change? And I feel like it's going to take them a couple of these relationships to really wake up, right? To go, oh, wow, wherever I go, there I am. When you have a relationship after relationship after relationship end a certain way or experience certain things, at some point we go, wait, there's a common denominator in all this, and I think it's me. But they're not quite there yet. Feel a couple more bumps with their head will do it, right? Let's see what else we have here for your fortune cookies. So we have 0909. There we go. Here's that new beginnings. Yeah. So they're definitely looking forward to these new beginnings. Look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. That's what they're feeling, right? You are completing something major. It feels good to level up, huh? Close the old chapter, a new adventure will unravel. So they definitely are at this point with this 0909. They're getting ready to be like, in their mind, I really feel like it's ended. They're reminding me of my first relationship. They cheated on me within first 6 months. I stayed with them for 3 years. I know. Oh, I had this belief it's forever. You try to work it out, but my trust was gone. And actually, after 2 years, I had left the relationship. You know, I was not active in it. And they didn't realize it. Well, I think they were still out fooling around with other people too. Um, and so by the third, when they were like, "This is over," I had already moved on and healed over the extra year, but that was fresh for them. So that's the kind of energies I feel like they're already leaving the relationship. They've already really ended it, even though they haven't officially ended it. They've ended it on the inside. And we've got nucleus here. It says, "Do you want to build your life around this issue, this feeling, this value or person?" Question mark. How can you decentralize that which you don't want to build around and center that which you do want at the heart of your life? Yeah, this decentralization. This is that endings, decentralization. It's like that nucleus is breaking down, right? All right. So hopefully that brings clarity that you were looking for there, Aries Rising. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, everybody. Thank you for your patience in getting to the readings here. That's it for the donations. The rest of these will go a little bit faster. They're 1 to 2 card readings. We don't dive nearly as deep for these, of course. But so we're going to jump in here. So first up, Happy Pill. You are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. And Happy Pill, you wanted to know if you didn't catch it in the other stream. Let me show you here. You wanted to know the book that I used to track the moon. This is it here. It's the Daily Planetary Guide, but it's Llewellyn's, which is the Llewewyns. And I get it on Amazon. Of course, you can look at wherever you want, get the best price. So I think it's usually under $10, I think. But yeah, and actually, I think it's more like usually it's June or July when they come out, I think, for the next one. but it's great. It has the moon, it has all the other planets, has a lot of great information in the front. Like I read, uh, like we're in the moon in Scorpio. Excuse me. So it talked about what a moon in Scorpio, what kind of energy it brings in. It has a bunch of things. Even has an ephemeris in the back, which is all the planets and the for this year, for each year, and for each month, what each day, what it changes into when it goes retrograde. So really helpful information to help us stay in tune with the astrological energies. So thank you for asking. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but it's the one I use, and it's the one I studied astrology with Annie Botticelli. She has a YouTube channel, and she recommended that, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm glad that she recommended it. All right. So that is that. And then you wanted to know for your reading. Oh, let me bring it over here. Why am I squinting over here? So, what is the thing your soul actually wants and wishes for? Ooh, let's take a look here right now. What are they looking here for, right? What is it right now that your soul is actually wanting and wishing for? Wow, I love this message. You got the Eight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is being true to your authentic self. That's what your soul wants. It wants you to be you. It wants you to express the true you in the world. The Eight of Swords is this energy, it's a flowing energy of being aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have given you this story of feeling blinded and bound and trapped and restricted. Like you can't be you. You got to fit into this box. This is about escaping from this cage that we're all taught growing up of who you're supposed to be, who you should be, who you need to be, who you have to be, and definitely don't be this and don't be that and don't be that, but be this and be that and blah blah blah. Everyone has a different opinion. Um, and I love that. I love this returning to you and this being the truest expression of who you are in the world, breaking free of all that. So I feel like that's what they want for you, Happy Pill, is to just you be more and more and more and more true to you. It's like um, Rumi's message of we don't have to find love. We don't have to find our true self. We just need to discover the obstacles that we've created between us and seeing that clearly, right? It's like when we're growing up, we're given these wet pieces of paper mache. People hand us their opinions, and we're like, they can't slap it on us. They give it to us. We can only slap it on ourselves. And so we're like, and all over. And before we know it, we're this huge mummified being that's all these beliefs and all these opinions slapped around trying to be it. We've got, eye holes and air holes and a thing to eat, but we're like, it's like someone who's had a severe skiing accident and they're in this body cast. And when we're like, I've had enough, and we start ripping it off, and then we can see ourselves more clearly. So I love that. What a great picture. All right. So that's what they have for you, Happy Pill. So hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Nelia Medeiros, you are up next. Nelia. Thank you for your donations earlier. I appreciate that. And your free reading is anything that you need to know. What does Spirit feel you need to know right now? Okay, that one. Open this one right here. So you got the Queen of Swords and the Six of Wands. I feel like you need to know that you're celebrated here. The Six of Wands is a joy and celebration and victory card, but it's also usually there's like someone up on a horse and you see all these other people in the background with their banners and the wands, and they're celebrating the person on the horse, which is you, and that's your spiritual posse, all those beings of unconditional love and light on the other side, celebrating who you are. And the Queen of Swords it's an energy of balance of head and heart, but it's also this card of perfect. Sorry, the candle is making noise. Your spirit guides. Someone is also visiting you from the other side. They want you to know that whenever a candle does that here, it is someone on the other side that was with you in this lifetime saying hello, whether it's a grandparent or a parent. It's someone that was very close to you on the other side going, exactly, listen. But that Queen of Swords is like compatible, the perfect compatible person. And this is you. They're saying, this is you. You are perfect. You are celebrated for who you are, not who you, if we think we need to become someone else or be someone else, like, no, you were perfect. The moment you were created, you were perfect, and you have never been unperfect. And you are celebrated. And I feel like you need to know that. That's what you need to know right now is you don't have to become anyone else. You don't have to do anything else. Unconditional love, nothing you have to do to earn it, nothing you can do to lose it. And in Creator's mind, you're a perfect mountain already. We just come down to explore the mountain of who we are. So I love that for you. So that's what they have for you, Nelia. So many blessings to you. Happy Sunday. All right. Then Moonlight. You are up next. Hey, Moonlight. Thank you for your donations earlier as well. I greatly appreciate that. And you were wondering if last night's tear drowning was a turning point. I like that. I'm glad you survived. And how the Easter holiday will be. So upshift, down and around, or steady and calm. All right, we'll take a look here and see what we got. Show this. Whoa, simmer down now. There we go. Better. Let me take a sip here. All right. So was last night a turning point? I have that song. Is it a Beatles song? Something for every season. Whatever. I think I don't know the words, but it's turn and turn and turn. So I definitely feel like it was a turning point because that song is coming in really strong. And then let's see here. And then what does Easter look like? Okay, thank you. All right. So was it a turning point last night? Look, moon energy, moon for the moon, moon for the full moon for moonlight. So definitely transformational energy with that moon energy. Full moons are releasing. And so they're saying, yeah, absolutely. It's a turning point. It was a huge release of energy that was coming in, especially with Venus going direct. There was a lot of love release, love, lower vibrational emotion around love that was released through that. So definitely a turning point with that. You can't make it up. All right. And then how's the Easter holiday going to be? The Wheel of Fortune. So Jupiter, expansive for you energy, where even your human feels like it's for you. So I feel like it's funny underneath here with this. It's like a hurricane underneath. Um, but 10 is a very steady, solid number. It's an ending and beginning energy. So I don't feel like it's up and round, but yes. No, but yes. Like I feel like okay, thank you, Spirit. I was like, what do you mean then? Um, there is up and down and all around you, but like a hurricane in the eye of the storm, you're going to be in the middle but you're going to be impacted by it. And so I feel like it's steady and calm on the inside in the eye, but the storm will rage around you. So there's going to be some stuff going on around you, but you're just going to be in this place of like, look at the pretty sun way up in there, because that's when the eye is big enough, the sun shines in the middle of a hurricane, right? And that's what I feel the energy is coming in there for you. So that's what they got for you, Moonlight. So much love to you and enjoy. All right. So that's it for my YouTube channel members. Now we're going into the other readings here. All right. So Lucky, you are up next. Lucky. All right. Put your timestamp in here. All right, Lucky, you said there is a signature required from you. Oh, yay. And you're wondering if you can take a look into the other parties being cooperative about making it an easy task for you. It's required and you're actually intimidated by this per se mythology. Sorry, not mythology, right? Mythology, methodology. That's better. Being used to gain your signature. Okay, let's take a look here. What is this energy of the other parties being cooperative? Okay, these two here. All right. All right. I like it here. We do have the 10 of Cups is joy and celebration. So that's good. That's a really good card. And Temperance is, it feels like maybe it's been taking time. Temperance is that energy of it is alchemy. You start off with the base metal, you put it in one cup, sprinkle a little magic, and then it goes back and forth. And as it's going back and forth, it's slowly turning to gold, and suddenly it turns to gold. So I feel like if you've been trying to get the signature, or it might just take a little bit of patience and balance, just waiting for it. But the 10 of Cups is joyful. So I feel like it does go smoothly because it's smoothly going back and forth, but I feel like it just takes a little longer than you would wanted it to, that we wish it would just be done like that, right? But it takes a little bit of time for it to unfold. So I feel like it's a good sign with all of that. It just takes longer. Like patience. Ugh, I know. All right. But just trust. And if you go in it with an energy of joy in your heart, just know that, okay, creator, I'm giving it all to you. And, the timing, let me give the timing to you. I'm just going to go with the flow, and I'm going to go in with joy, and then everything will be fine. All right. So I like that for you, Lucky. So hang in there. Choose joy, right? All right. So many blessings. All right. Then we've got Eucalyptus Body Wash. You are up next. So, hey, Eucalyptus. I actually got some eucalyptus and spearmint, peppermint. No, some sort of mint body wash because of you, of your name. I was like, oh, I hadn't had it in a while. I'm like, oh, so it smells so good. It just, it clears your sinuses and everything too. So I love it. Thank you for being you. All right. So your question, your results will most likely be out in a week. So will you pass this semester with good marks? All right. Yes or no answer. All right. So we'll do one card, yes or no. Will they pass or no? Because it's already done. Nothing you can do. Now it's in the hands of the graders, right? All right. Well, we got the strength card, Leo energy, sun energy, victory energy, powerful energy. That's a yes for me. So you did well. So good marks. Congratulations, Eucalyptus. You definitely, with that strength card, I feel like you've put in the work. You get the reward. It's a good flowing number. Eights, the strength card eight, good flow number, not obstacle. It's so I like it. All right, so that's what they have for you, my dear, my dear. So congratulations, many blessings to you. All right. Then we have Victoria Huber-Ramirez. Hello, hello, hello. So what's coming towards you in love? Let's take a look here. What the spirit wants you to know regarding love. All right. Looks like you do get 3 cards. All right. So you have the 10 of Wands. It's an ending and beginning energy about the energy you're investing towards love. And we do have the 4 of Swords, which is about, they usually are resting on the Ace of Swords. It's peace of mind, letting go of expectations, right? So, um, for that combination, those 2 cards coming out together, I feel like what they're telling you is, it's more, I guess, a better use of your energy. It would bring love to you faster if you let go of those expectations of the when and how and who and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's, who they're supposed to be in the relationship, how the relationship is supposed to start and fold, and what it's supposed to bring to you, and who you're supposed to be in the relationship, and blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of energy, right? It's exhausting. And that's what this 10 of Wands is, the burden of relationship and going, what if, and this is not, I mean, you have a relationship in your future, we know that. But it's like, the fears and the energy we put around it is because we fear I won't have one or I won't be enough or I won't find them. And what if I miss them? And, one, realize that whoever's meant for you will never pass you by. You will regardless. But the energy of expectations, that pushes it to you meet them later. But if you focus on what do you love about yourself? What are you grateful for about your love? What are you grateful for about love that you have in your life? It doesn't have to be romantic, but friends and family, the love that you have and the love that you have had in the past. What have you loved about those individuals? What have you loved about how you were in those relationships? What do you love about how they were in the relationships? Gratitude, gratitude, love, love, love about love, right? That is an energy that draws it to you faster. And that's the better use of the energy, the more productive use of your energy, because it draws have and that gratitude towards you instead of pushing it away. The other energy is about it's important for you to be true to your authentic self. Don't dim your light. Don't ask permission to shine. Don't defend yourself. Get out there as well and do the things that you love. Instead of investing energy in trying to find love, live your passions. Do the things you love in life. Don't make finding love a hobby. Find a hobby, girl. Get out there and do things, creative things. Take a cooking class, take a painting class, a pottery class. Do something where you're getting out and enjoying and learning and growing and expressing your creativity because it's in doing that that you will be seen because you're standing out and you're being out there and they're doing something they love. You guys have that in common. So then that's where the spark happens. So love is doing that. And if you focus on I want love, I want love, I want love, you're actually it's not coming towards you, you're pushing it away from you, or you're slowing the speed at which it's coming towards you. You're like, oh hell no, I'm gonna focus on the other. That'll draw it in and then also get out and enjoy your life. Right. So that's what they have for you, my dear, my dear. So many blessings to you. All right, and then Pramilaa, you are up next. So thank you for your question here, Pramilaa. All right, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And you want to know what is coming towards you? Let's see here. Let's ask Spirit what's coming towards Pramilaa. All right, and this one. So we've got the Sun card and the Hanged one, the Hanged Man. Two major arcana coming in here. So there is this transformative energy with the Hanged Man. It's you can see like there's a butterfly in the chrysalis. I love that they put it that way because that's the way I always see it. As a person hanging upside down is like a butterfly in a chrysalis. So you do have this transformation that's coming in here and significant change, but it's for you. Of course, it's always for us, but this, even though the Sun card has butterflies on it. So it's this beautiful transformation, shining, bright, shining light that shines some stuff into your light. The Sun card is also Leo energy, which has that inner child energy. So I feel like you're transforming some stuff. You're bringing some stuff up that's transforming, that's making you feel lighter. And it's allowing you to stepping into this lighter, again, light, light, light. And that's funny because a caterpillar actually sheds a lot. It becomes part of the cocoon. And because it needs to be a lighter creature for the wings to be able to carry it and your wings are being created so you can fly and you can go in places that you haven't gone before. So there is this transformative energy. I wouldn't say it's painless, but it doesn't feel painful. It's not full of pain. There's some growing pains, but not anything like torture. And I like it because this is allowing you this ability to, it's like your appetite is changing for life. Caterpillar wants to eat leaves, a butterfly wants to seek nectar. It actually becomes like almost like a bee where it goes from flowers and it grabs, pollen and it helps cross pollinate a bit. Not really to the extremity of bees and wasps, but they do it. And you're able to migrate and go on great, great adventures and go places you never could have gone as your caterpillar self. So there's this transformative energy that's coming in. You're letting some old things go that don't serve you, mental things, emotional things, energetic things, physical things, and you're going into a different direction. but it's freeing. It is significant. You got two major arcana, so it's a good change. It's a significant change, but it feels like freedom. So I like that for you. So that's what's coming towards you, Pramilaa. I like it. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Livier Vergara. Hello, hello. So, Livier, your question is if your economy will improve the second half of the month. All right. Let's take a look here. Based on current energies, is your economy, like your finances, is that changing here? I did want that one and this one here. Yeah. I feel like you definitely have with the 6 of Wands, which is a victory in a movement card, that is a yes. But it comes with the Knight of Swords, which the Knight of Swords is like a quest for seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective as well. So it's having a different viewpoint brings you victory with this. So, and I believe we've talked about, manifestation and excuse me as I fall off my chair, how you look at it, right? How do I grow my economy? How do I grow my finances and my abundance? I focus on being grateful for the abundance I have right now. If I feel like, especially with that, will my economy improve? That is a belief and a mindset of lack, right? I know. Well, I need it to improve. Well, that's that energy of I don't have enough. When I focus on I don't have enough, um, it doesn't bring me more. It brings me more of not enough, lack, right? Of not having energy. So how we change that is I start focusing on, Creator, I'm so grateful for the abundance that I have right now. Even an affirmation of I'm so grateful that money in my economy, that it comes to me easily and effortlessly. And that you focus on again what you do have and all gratitude for all the abundance that you have had. All that having energy invites with gratitude brings more have. There it goes. It opens the floodgates. It allows that to come towards you. But if you're focusing on your energy on that I'm not having, I don't have enough, I need more, push, 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 push away, right? And it's like creators like, I want to give this to you. No, 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 no. I like not having. That's what my energy is telling them. I like not having because that's what I'm focusing on. When we change, and that's what we're taught. So don't beat yourself up. Be very gentle with yourself, every one of us, because we're taught focus on what you don't have, what you need, what you want, fear, hatred, all that. Focus on that. What does that do? Brings more of that. We don't want that. We're wanting something else. You can ask Creator, I'd like abundance, and thank you for this abundance, because we're telling the universe what we want by what we're grateful for. I want more of that. And it's like, all right. So hopefully that helps, Olivier. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. Then we have Outlander. You are up next. So thank you so much, Outlander. Just grabbing your time stamp there. And your question is, does Jonathan have romantic interest or feelings for you? All right. Let's shuffle these up. Let's find out what's going on with Jonathan. Does he have romantic interest? Romantic feelings? Okay. Does he have romantic interest? King of Pentacles. Interesting. Let's see. Does he have romantic feelings? The Chariot. Okay. I'm sorry. Do you want to see it? And the Chariot. So, romantic interest. Now, the King of Pentacles is, you can see the bull there. It's Taurus energy that's coming in here. And the Taurus symbol on here? I think the bull is enough anyway. But that is ruled by Venus, the planet of love. And so there is this it's more of an earthy, it's not so much of a I'm gonna say like well, they do have emotional feelings. I want to put that in here. The Chariot card is Cancer Moon, Mother Moon, Mother Luna, the ruler of emotion under the surface here. So there definitely is emotional feelings there. Um, and the romantic feelings too is like they're looking for a fullness of life. They feel very grounded. It's kind of like, like what the picture they show in my head is like a rancher who is really down to earth, really about and I guess with this cow and all that too, right? The cattle and the farm and all this stuff and they're really down to earth, but they're focused in on that and they like having that feeling of family and togetherness, but they're also not someone that's just like, here I am, kind of thing. They're very reserved, very grounded, and very much like the energy is like a man's man. Um, but someone that's just very, um, and what I mean by man's man is that there's like unemotional. It's hard to tell that it's there, but you will know more by their actions than by their words. Um, yeah, more by the actions than the words. But I definitely feel like it's there. I don't feel like they're ready to make a move. The chariot card is it's the power of choice and making choices, and I don't feel like they're quite ready to act on those yet. They're very slow um, because they need to make sure of that before they step out of it because that's vulnerability to share that, and I feel like they're really taught not to be vulnerable, if that makes sense. And you have someone from the other side making noise on a candle. So if you have someone dear to you that's passing on the other side, I don't know if you can hear that. They're definitely speaking up to let you know we are with you. You're never alone. We're guiding you and protecting you and always around you as well. Little extra added. All right. So that's what they have for you, Outlander. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. And then Lean, I think is hopefully that's how you say that. Lean, you are up next and you're like a general message from spirit. All right. Let's take a look. So, all right. Well, that's your first card. Cards came flying out. That is just one. Nope, none of those. Oh, this one here. All right. Thank you. All right. Just put that card back in. Came back out. So you have the Magician card coming in here with the King of Pentacles. Both of these very masculine energies that are coming in here, divine masculine energies. And it really has here, it's impacting every area of our life. The Magician card has all four of the uh, aces up here, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, which is every area of our life, our mental world, our emotional world, our energetic world, our physical world. And the King of Pentacles is the energy of really this earthy, grounding awareness. But I also feel like they're saying here, you're getting a lot of awareness. One of the big things the King of Pentacles teaches us is that when I define my life and my worth by the outside world, I do feel unstable. But when I turn inward and upward and define my life by eternal, unconditional love, that's the only stable thing in the planet. And that's where I find my stability. And when you're in that alignment, then the Magician card is like your higher self allowing you to bring through this energy into the world in your own special, unique way, not trying to, you know, meet all these expectations of the outside world or do it the way the world wants us to do it. But I feel like this is like this energy of that it's time for you to be so true to yourself, so true to how you want to express this beautiful, huge, unconditional love energy and essence in your heart with the world. And it's time to step up and step out and take action and movement in here. Bring it into the outside world. I feel like you have a very deep personal life, but it's time to share this bright light with the world in the way you want to do it. You don't have to do it in a way like, oh, well, I have to have a YouTube channel, or I have to do this. I have to have a blog. It's like, no, how do you want to do it? Is it painting? Is it sharing your emotion and your love through painting, where people get to see that and go, whoa, feeling the energy that you put forward? Whatever having you do, it's having you do this and bring it into the world in your own way. But it's time. It's time for action. It's time for putting it out. And it's great. Now's a great time to start things. We just came out of the last retrograde in our personal planets until like July 8th. So it's a great time to launch things now and to start new things. So now's the time, Buttercup. Buckle up. All right. So hopefully that's helpful. That's what they have coming in here. It's time for you to take action. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Isis Unveiled. You are up next. So Isis Unveiled. So you're going to go to university soon. Oh, yay. I know, it's exciting. You get to learn, right? And it is your wish to study out of state. When you try hinting at it, I am met with resistance, the resistance from your parents, who always assume that you would attend a local university. So, will you be able to eventually convince your parents to let you study out of state? Since they're supporting you financially, they get a say in it. Okay, I get it. That's why, right? It's like, well, you're old enough to make your own decisions. Well, maybe you'll can always get some, see if you can get some grants and student loans, right? You're like, well, is it worth it or not? But we'll take a look here. Are you going to be able to convince your parents? That's the ideal that you're looking for, right? So let's take a look here. All right. If you just start irritating the heck out of them, they're like, oh my God, just go. I'm just kidding. Oh, I got the King of Wands. It's a good positive energy. And the Three of Swords. The energy right now is not looking like you're going to be able to convince them uh, in this way. The King of Wands is like you get to decide. It's like hearing everyone else's opinions. The Three of Swords is expectations equal disappointment. And the King of Wands is like, well, I can't please everyone. Everyone has a different opinion. It wants different things. But the King of Wands is like, all right, I've got to decide what I want, put a plan together, and take action toward it, right? And um, and I feel like it was kind of a surprise for them. And I feel like if you put a plan together and go, this is what I would like to do and where I'd like to go and why I want to go there. I feel like if they feel like it's not just this little bump, little from the hip that you're just, oh, I decided I want to do this. It's like I always thought that I would go away and I wanted to go to this college because they offer this program, which this doesn't. Um, and it might be that you need to take um, do your research and find out what classes would transfer to that college you want to go to. Think ahead, right? And go, okay, well, I can start with taking these classes locally while I work on them, right? Right now, I feel like they're not wanting to hear anything because there's this fear of you being away, and this is that thing. And so I feel like if you decide you have your energy, you can even put forward with that. The King of Wands is, you know, um, put to spirit, this is where I would like to go. And I'm grateful that you're going to open a way in the perfect time and in the perfect way. And you just start having joy, can ask once and just start having gratitude and focusing that energy going, I know you're going to open a way and I'm grateful. This is what I love about this campus, this school. When you start having all this love and gratitude that this school exists, this is what they offer. I thank you that you're going to open up a way for me to get there, and that if it's my parents that will support me, I'm grateful that you're working on their hearts. And you just have gratitude and gratitude for who your parents are and what you love about them. All that energy of gratitude just opens up things and that allows a flow. The I want, I need, I hate this, I don't like this, that just pushes it further away, grows the canyon between that instead. So I like that for you. And even something to think about is like I understand you know, um, that you have concerns and just understand their concerns, be that young adult, right? That we get to be and go, all right, um, what are your fears about me going to college out of state? And if they're like, "Well, I don't know. I don't, I fear something will happen to you. I fear that you won't study and and it's too expensive and da da da." So once you find out what their concerns are, you can start looking at from their point of view and go, "Okay, is there anything I can do to help solve those concerns, right?" Um and see what happens, right? So hopefully that helps. For right now. But I feel like the energy right now is they need some convincing. I don't think I can convince them like for this semester. I feel like you probably have to take some classes locally, make sure there are things that transfer because I feel like I just got this in there that if you do that energy and you do that you will be able to eventually go. But it might be after a year or 2 years where you can transfer eventually to that. Um, but right now, I feel like they're in shock. Fear is more accurate. They're in fear. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's what they have for right now, Isis. So good luck hanging there. Right. Many blessings. All righty. And then Ateshi Singh, you are up next. Hey, Ateshi. Let's see here. Get your time stamp. Oops. All right. There we go. So, Ateshi, what's the next positive thing that will happen in your external world? All right, based on current energies, what next positive thing are you drawing towards you right now? What's the next thing? All right. Wow. So I love this. It feels here. You got the star card, which is your this like dream come true energy, right? And the six of swords is this movement, significant movement. Um, because the six of swords is leaving old ways of thinking behind, but it's a transformational, transitional energy. And whatever this dream come true is, I feel like you're about to feel something move from what felt like choppy waters to calmer waters. Something feels like um it's almost like a dam, not a dam breaks, but they're showing me a ride of all places at Disneyland from when I was a kid. I know, I know. Are you going to Disneyland? Is that Magic Mountain? But there's like it was a water ride, I remember, and you move up and it stops. And then all of a sudden it drops because the water builds up and then it drops and then you move forward. That's the kind of feeling I feel like something has been holding you up regarding movement towards your dream, and but something drops, something significant drops that you move forward towards your dream, whether that's a job, a career, love, or something, an obstacle or stagnancy changes, and there's a significant movement toward that. I feel like that's a positive thing. It's like, hallelujah, I've been waiting for something for movement. And I do feel like it's here within the next 6 weeks with that Six of Swords. I feel like there's a significant change here the next month and a half. So, what, by the end of May, I feel like coming in here. Yeah, because June 6th as well. The 6th, or maybe in the month of June. But no, it feels like 6 weeks. So, that's the current energy there, Ateshi. I like it. Right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then, last but not least, carmeldeamon. Hello, hello. Thank you so much. So you'll be the final reading for today. So you want to know why is Caleb thinking of you and his intentions towards you, right? Let's take a look here. What's going on with Caleb? What's the thinking going on there? And what are his intentions? What are his current intentions? There it is. I think there was a card that was saying, me, me, me. So what is he thinking right now? Wow, well, Knight of Swords, there is movement of thought around you here. So there is this change. It feels like a positive change. I feel like they've been clearing away some old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations. And I feel like that there's this clarity that's coming toward their perception of you and how they see you. Um, which is great because I feel like they're really realizing some of the preconceived ideas. Because, well, everyone's like this, and they put you in that box and like, well, everyone's like this. And they're like, well, what? You're not, wow, you don't belong in that box. Let me put you out here. I don't know where to put you. And I feel like they're intrigued with this energy, but they don't know what quite to think because they're like, I like it. You're not normal, Carmel. And you're like, thank you. I take that as a compliment. I am not normal. Thank you. What are their intentions towards you? Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is an energy here of leaving behind old emotions, old relationships, old things. And it's another flow type of card. So the uh, mindsets are changing and flowing, but also their emotions are changing and flowing. They're leaving behind some old emotions. And I feel like they're preparing once they figure out what in their mind, I feel like they're preparing emotionally to move forward with you. Because that Eight of Cups is like taking an emotional inventory. And that happens when we're letting go of emotions that don't serve us anymore, relationships that don't serve us anymore. Because I'm kind of gathering all this emotional energy into like an emotional bank, an emotional treasure, because I'm getting ready to have to expend, not have to, but want to expend emotional energy into someone or something, but in this case, someone. And I feel like they're figuring things out and they're going, I'm really intrigued and I'm so they're preparing emotionally. And I don't really necessarily feel like they have a set intention of this is what I want. I don't feel like they're in that space. I feel like they're kind of curious and intrigued and trying to figure things out and going, what if? But I feel like they are saving up emotional energy so that they have it to invest if that's the way they want to go. So that they're preparing for that, I feel like they're kind of leaning towards maybe I want to head in this direction with you, but they still got some thinking to do. I know, right? How long have they been doing that? Smack, smack, come on, wake up. All right. That's what they have you right for you right now, Carmel. So hopefully that helps. Right. So many blessings to you. Much love. Um, so that's it, everybody. I will be back on Friday for more readings. If you want to book a personal reading, all the information's down in the description box. Also, I have YouTube channel memberships. If you want to get to know a smaller group of Zen friends, we get together on Thursday nights, both Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis. All that information's down in the description box too. And then we have Friday and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoons with my Praying Mantis. Even a smaller group, but we really get to know each other and we look into things and learn things. And so if you're interested, you can check that out. I also have a ton of free content if you want additional messages from Spirit. All the playlists are down in the description box. Plus, if you go to my main page, at the very top, it has all the playlists new for 2025. So thank you guys again for all the thumbs up, all your patience in getting to your readings, your hunger for hearing from Spirit. And remember, as you're going through your adventure, that every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. You hang in there. And remember, have fun. Because Spirit's always asking, why are you guys being so serious? So playground, let's go play. All right. So much love. We'll see you soon.